Sorry about that. The phone died. So, yeah, I was just staying inside, skipping social events. I decided to, um, yeah, that I had no motivation. I was just, I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't move on with my life. At that point, I needed professional help. I needed somebody to help me. I had no help. I had no support. And Bethany continued to just go out, and she was setting, now in hindsight, was setting everything in motion to move on with her life, while also giving me mixed messages so that she had the security of the house and keeping me on the back burner. She continued to see the guy, and or at least talk to him, and so start, just lying to me. And all I need is help. I have no job at this point. I have lost my mind officially. I needed help. I had a psychotic break, and then it got 10 times worse when I decided to take Adderall again, and just to be able to get out of bed. And I was like trying to go running and trying to get my life back together, and I just kept crying. I just break down and start crying, and I would listen to this particular song, and I was like, I gotta turn this into something creative. And I'm delusional at this point, and I'm thinking I can, like, whatever. I'm gonna make this video, and it's gonna bring our relationship back together. Instead of just saying my needs, I can't do that any other way, anyways. But now I'm psychotic. I've completely lost touch with reality. Not completely, but I'm gone. I have nothing. I needed to be in a institution at this point, and I I ended up I had the idea to make a music video. I spent 2 months in this room. I wanted to make a music video of a song that reminded me of our relationship, and I was going to use AI to make images that I thought felt like fit us with the lyrics, and then also see what our daughter would have looked like at different ages. And I used both of our faces and then combined them and made this music video, and spent 2 months. And at the end of the 2 months, I had taken so much Adderall that I was up for 3 days, and I was hallucinating, and I was hearing bees outside of this my security camera, and they had Bethany's voice. And I was I thought that I figured out a way not to, like, I figured out something like no one realized, and how to, you don't really actually need sleep. And it I was so delusional and so psychotic at the same time that I was under the impression that I, like, had figured something out. And I made, like, this great art piece, and I was just crying my eyes out while I was making it, and I was just like all emotional about it. And I was just like, I realized in hindsight, I was just like, I don't think she could feel that. I don't think she could go there, and it reflected badly back to her, seeing how emotional I was, and it made her feel worse. It made her feel like a bad person, I think. And she made me pay for it, and it was covertly at first, but she couldn't have hurt me any worse. And she kept lying to me, and I was, I was trying to do, like, a sex scene. I can't remember exactly the time frame, but I think it was after, it was a couple days after I finished the music video, more or less. And then I uh, was trying to do some crazy sexual stuff like we would always do. And especially when I was on a lot of Adderall, I would have these, like, crazy manic episodes and wanted to do crazy sexual stuff. And this is the only time she actually came downstairs and said, I'm worried about you, and I'm trying to do all this crazy stuff. And she's like, no, no. Finally, a boundary. And then we had actual intimacy. It was beautiful. I saw the person in there, and she saw me. Exactly our authentic selves, and we like had actual intimacy. It wasn't hedonism. It wasn't fucking lust. It wasn't objectification and trauma bond and abuse. It was love. And after she said, I had asked her, just she was gonna move out, and in like a week or 2 weeks roughly, we had October 1st set, and I said, just while you're here, while you still live here, just don't talk to him. Just give me that at least. I don't want. We can end with us. Like, we obviously just made love, and everything was ass backwards from the beginning. The boundaries, nothing was set up, and that's my fault as well. There's no boundaries, but lines where I draw the line. And she, at that most vulnerable moment, she said, "Yeah, I won't talk to him." And cut to, I'm finally, I go, I need to get out of this house. I am losing. I need to get out of this house. I need to socialize. And can I come to Six Flags with you? Which she previously told me, because she didn't have the money to go. She didn't have the money for like groceries or something like that. And I said, well, you don't have the money for groceries, so how are you going to Six Flags? She said, her friend Jessica's paying for it. I'm like, that seems odd. Why would she just pay for all your stuff? Okay. And that was weeks prior, and at that time I was setting up like a nice high yield savings account for her. I put $1,500 in there. I'm still just doing for her. I'm just only like, I'm not getting any needs met. I'm just doing for her while she's